Hello everyone, welcome to Kishore Tech Solutions. Today I'm going to discuss about the network basics and virtual private cloud. Virtual private cloud is the service in the AWS. First of all, I'm going to discuss network basics. So what is IP address? If anyone want to communication with the network, IP address is mandatory. I will check my IP address in Windows. ipconfig is the command to see the IP address. Here you can able to see the IPv4 address. This is the IPv6. Like that, we will see the Google and Facebook IP addresses. It is starting with 192. My IP is starting with 192. NS lookup www.google.com 172 is 192. And I will tell the difference between the IP addresses. NS lookup facebook.com is 157. So now I will show the IP addresses range. Here we have the 5 types of the classes are there. Now we can able to see the IP addresses like this. In future, definitely IP addresses will assign to every device. Example, washing machine also IP address will allocate due to the Internet of Things. We have totally two types of IP addresses. One is IPv6 and one is IPv4. Now I'm going to discuss about the completely IPv4 addresses. When I was starting my graduation, at that time onwards, everyone is saying IP addresses will be over in the future. It means IP addresses should be unique as your Aadhaar and PAN card. Who used the first IPv4 addresses? US DoD was used the first IPv4 addresses. DoD means Department of Defense. If any new things will come to people, it will mostly come from the defense because they have the unlimited budget. Internet also has been used by defense first. At that time, they used IPs for communication. We have the IP addresses like 0 to 255, 0.0.0.2 to 255, dot 255, dot 255, dot 255. This is the range of the IP address classes. So we will check the classes of IP addresses. Now here you can able to see these are the classes of IP address. 1 to 126, that is class A, 128 to 191, that is B, 192 to 223C, and 224 to 239, that is D. And we have the another more class, that is 240 to 254. Total we have the 5 types of class are there. Now we don't need class D and class C. So earlier we checked some of the IP addresses. Those are Google, Facebook, and my IP address. Here 152, here 192, and here also 192, 172. So we have the 3 IP addresses. Those ranges will come under the class A, class B, class C. Class D and class C we are not going to use. At this time, this range is enough and did not expected everyone will use multiple desktops or smartphones or any other electronic devices for communication. If you took the some of the website like RFC 1980, there is one rule. It is established on 1996. Here you can able to see this rule was established on 1996. And here they have mentioned 3 types of IP addresses are there. These are 3 are public IP addresses. Until 223 there is a class B. You can able to see these are the private IP addresses. You can able to see here 10, 172, 182. Understand at that time, they will in future definitely IP addresses will be over. That's why they have created some of the policies like here example, we will discuss about our office scenario. Here this is one office. Assume it is TCS office. Is second TCS office only. Is third TCS office only. Here you can able to see the IP addresses are 10.0.0.0/100. So totally 100 people are there working here. Same here also working 100 people, but I am going to change the IP address range 10.1.3.1.1/100 until 200. So here also 100 people are there. Here also 100 people are there. These three belonging to the same office, but different branches. They want to communicate each other. Obviously, they need interconnection, and it means one office is should going to communicate with second, and it should going to communicate to third office, and vice versa. So it should be happen. Earlier, we have seen the Google and the Facebook IP addresses. We checked, but all are the public IPs. Private IPs should be used for the local communication. This is private and public IPs. Now I want to connect to the internet. How it's going to communicate? Here internet is there. This is the internet, and it will provide the layer and public fiber link. Is the ISP. ISP means you can tell as a Airtel or Jio. They was providing the network. I have the private IPs in the device. Device means these office, but no value to the private IP. So it will not going to communicate with the internet. So like here they will provide another layer. You can say that is the router or gateway or L3 device. So these are the devices will be there here. Here it should be the public IP. So 45 range I have given. There is no 45 range in the private IPs. So I am choosing here 45. So any employee should communicate with internet. Here router or gateway, it will convert into the public IP address, and it should go with the ISP to internet, and the internet will provide information to the customer, or I mean devices. Like it should go communicate like this here, and it should come output here. So might be you have another doubt. Here I have the another office. So this is the IBM. So these IBM offices and these TCS offices, private IPs will be same or not? Yeah, it will be same because they was using for the internal communication. Earlier I said there is no value for the private IPs, and it should here gateway should be available, and it should go with the internet provider, and it should go with internet. So there is no value for the private IP addresses. Might be you have another doubt. We have a common chatbot with the different companies. Now I am going to create a common chat. So here this is the my office. Here this is another office. This is TCS, and you can say this is Infosys. And we have one of the public IP is there. Here one of the public IP as well. So here internet. So it should go with communication, and here I'm going to establish chatbot. So like this communication should be happen. So these are the different companies, and both companies should communicate with the chatbot. Or you can make another challenges also here, like here they can able to open the ports, and here also they can able to open the ports, and it should be communicate is very easily. These are the network basics. So I'm going to show with the VPC. Directly I am going with the VPC. Here service create a VPC. I'm going to select create VPC only. Later we will add the subnets and route tables, everything we will add. Here VPC name Kishore -VPC. I am giving CADR range. I am giving the 16. Before going to do, we will know something about the VPC. By VPC, we are creating EC2 instance. In company, people are there using their own VPC. Every mobile network have their own frequency. One network is going to provide multiple IP addresses. Addresses means different type of customers. Here also VPC give the multiple IP addresses to every customers. Without VPC, all data is going to merge. In the name says VPC cloud, virtual private cloud. Virtual means EC2 and private means it will going to create the isolation and a cloud. That is the main form of the VPC. VPC is completely related to the IP addresses. It's going to divide network by using the private subnets and public subnets. And the internet gateway. Internet gateway provides internet access to public IP addresses. NAT gateway. NAT gateway provides internet access to the private servers. Public route table means public servers. Private route table means private servers. CADR range. When we are going to create a subnet, that time CADR use. Now I am creating here VPC. Go 10.10.0.0-16. So you are going to choose 16. Might be you have a doubt. Here I will explain here. Here you can able to see here 192. This is 1 bit. This is 168 1 bit. This is 0 1 bit. Here 1 bit. Totally 4 bits we have. Here this is 1 bit equal to 8 bits. Here 8 bits. Here total 32 bits. So we have the formula here 2 power 32 minus n. N means we have chosen the 16. 2 power 32 minus 16. 2 power 16. Totally we will get the 65,000 IP addresses will be generated. If you mention 2 power 32 minus 32, here 2 power 0. So we will not get any IP addresses. So that's why we should choose below of the bits. Here 32 bit is the IPv4 address. Now I'm going to VPC. Here no IPv4. Here no IPv6 CADR block. I'm choosing this tenancy. I'm going to give default. If we are going to choose dedicated, cost will be full. I'm going to choose default. I have given my name as a VPC name, that is Kishore-VPC. So create VPC. Here you can able to see VPC is created. This is the VPC ID. This is the CADR range we have given. We will create the subnets. These are the default subnets. I'm going to create a new subnets. I'm choosing the Kishore VPC. Subnet name I'm giving the Kishore public -subnet -1A I'm giving. Availability zone 2A I'm giving. So if you are going to choose North Virginia, here it will become 1A, 1B like that. Here we are choosing the US East, that is Ohio range, Ohio region. So you will get in 2A. CADR range. Here we are going to restrict the IP addresses. 10.10.0.0/24. Here this is the range I'm giving the IP addresses. Better we restrict with one, we'll get less IP addresses. Now I'm going to create a subnet. Here I have given the subnet name as a public. So don't make confusion. Then I'm going to create another public subnet. Select VPC. Kishore hyphen public hyphen subnet hyphen 1B. Reference. Yes, here range is 16 only. I'm going to restrict the IP addresses here 10.10.2.0/24. Now availability zone. Earlier I have given it 2A. Now I am giving it 2B. Create subnet. Now totally we have created the public subnets. Now I want to create private subnets also. So hyphen private hyphen subnet hyphen 1A. So earlier I have given the public subnet 1A. Now availability zone I am choosing 2A. Here I am going to restrict the IP addresses 10.10.3.0/24. Create subnet. I have created public and private subnets, 2 public and 1 private. And I am going to create one more private using my VPC here. Hyphen private subnet 1B. Reference I am giving here 2B. IPv4 subnet I am going to choose 4 10.10.4/4.0/24. Create subnet. Totally we have created the 4 subnets. Total you can see here. This is 1 range, 2 range, 3 range, and 4 range. Now I'm going to create route tables. Click on route table. Here these are the default route tables. Create route table. My route table is Kishore hyphen public RP. Your VPC. Create route table. Again I am going to create another route table. Kishore public or private hyphen RT. Select VPC and create route table. You can able to see here I have created 2 route tables. One is private and one is public. Next I want to create the internet gateways. You can create internet gateway. I am giving the name as Kishore hyphen IGW. Name and value. Create internet gateway. And we did not attach VPC. Click on attach VPC. Choose your VPC and attach to internet gateway. Now we have created the internet gateway also. I am choosing the NAT gateway now. Create NAT gateway Kishore hyphen MGW. Connectivity type public I am giving here. I'm going to choose one public subnet. Connectivity type public. So don't click multiple times on allocate elastic IP. Will create more IPs and you will get more bill. So one elastic IP is allocated. Now click on create NAT gateway. Select a public route table. Here you can able to see the routes. Click on edit routes, add route, 0 I am giving here. I want to choose here, I have chosen the public route table. I should use the internet gateway. Save changes. The valid resource ID has to be specified. Here IGW. I have chosen the internet gateway. Now internet gateway is assigned subnet association. Subnet association. Select a 1A, 1B to the public IP addresses. Save association. Like that, we need to select the private IP address. I mean private route table. Click on not actions. Here routes. Edit routes. Here we need to choose the 0. And here NAT gateway. I want to choose the NAT gateway. Click on save changes. And subnet association. We need to go with private subnets. And save association. Now our VPC setup has been completed. I want to check my VPC is working or not. So directly we can create one of the EC2 instance. Click on EC2 instance, create launch instance. I'm giving the VPC and choose Red Hat. Key pair, I'm going to choose VPC and from file, create a key pair. Network settings, click on edit. Here I'm going to choose my VPC. And subnets here, I'm choosing the public subnet here. And auto assign IP is enabled. First all TCP I'm giving here. So we are going to install the NGNX in the VPC. Custom type anywhere. Advanced network configuration. Here I'm going to give the user data. I'm going to install the NGNX here only. In /bash. I'm going to run the some commands here. Yum install NGNX -1 systemctl enable Jenkins. Sorry, enable NGNX. Systemctl status NGNX. This is the user data. I have given some of the user data here. So click on launch instance. Now I'm going to launch the instance by creating my own VPC. An instance here. Here you can able to see my VPC is available. You can connect. My thumb file is there in downloads. Now I'm going to connect with my EC2 instance. Now it is connected. I'm going to sudo -i. Now I am in the root access. I'm going to check the NGNX status. SYSTEM ETL status NGNX. Here you can able to see here enabled. Finally, we run some of the comments from the VPC and currently it is enabled. And if you like this content, please like, share and subscribe.